can win this battle. Let's go.
Come on, son. Back to work.
Let's hurry, okay?
People are dying. See you down there.
All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm.
All right, namaste and like catch my family, and welcome. We are live here with Yssah, crushing over at Unified Consciousness, and we are here to talk about Stargates and freaking plasma tunnels. Yssah, what is going on? What's popping?
Well, a little bit of everything, Rion. As always, a pleasure and a big smile.
Listen, me and you get together, it's like we get to like super nerd out together, and I love it because you're one of the very few people I can talk to about like quantum anything, and you're like, yeah, I got it. What about this? What about that? And I'm like, oh goodness. No, I mean, we're here to actually raise the vibration of this whole planet. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on Team Light Interviews. I'm your host, Rion, and everyone punching in. You guys, we know that the energy has been weird out there, okay? I feel like a Pop-Tart at 3 a.m. My body temperature is so hot. I feel like I'm going through a damn solar flare right now. I feel like I am a solar. I'm like Johnny Blaze, for God's sakes. I'm like, flame on. I'm like, it says flame on. The house is 60 degrees. I have air blowing on. I'm like, what is this? Does this come with any special abilities? Like, just because my mitochondria are like rubbing together so fast, I feel like I'm having some sort of like extraterrestrial situation, you know? Jesus criminy. I don't know. I don't know if you've experienced that. The heat is on.
Yeah, definitely. I was just laughing the other day precisely about that because I normally my body temperature is a cold. You know, and I think like having all these flares, and you also said about the mitochondria, and they are being prepared, you know, they are upgrading because they are not only the power sources of our cells, they are also the brain for our cells. So if we are saying that the levels of plasma coming from the sun are rising and that we're having a clearer connection to the plasma coming from Alcyon, and then we become aware that there is also this plasma hot bubble, and even though it's far away, we know how the quantum field functions. So all those fields of plasma, like the reality is telling us, hey,
get ready.
The basics of quantum, you know, you don't need to have your PhD, just be like fairly aware of the interconnected universe so that you know how it works, you know, and not only at a macrocosmic level, at a micro, you know, like within your biology, everything. So give a lot of love, like I suggest for the ones that are watching this, our family, give a lot of your love to your mitochondria, you know, like as plasma is now coming into the field of awareness, so is our mitochondrion, because they will be doing an impeccable job now integrating all that plasma. So, and they are the axis for us to be healthy. You know, so it's like.
So I mean, okay, that's funny. Okay, every starseed and angelic's body temperature is running 10 degrees hot. Okay, what else is weird that's going on? Crazy weather out there in the States. I don't know what's going on out down to the south in Mexico, but places are raining or it's hot. We're noticing a ton of chemtrail stuff. They're trying to block or shield whatever these solar rays are coming in for better or for worse. For me, what does that equal? Sneezing. I don't want to sneeze. I'm waking up totally healthy, crushing at the gym to 3 a.m, blowing my nose, and I'm like, what is this? I was like, is my body? Like, I feel like my cells are like, enough, get it out of you. It's time to shine. I don't know what this is. I know you guys out there, if you guys have any of the same sensations, but
here in Mexico, we don't have that many chemtrails.
no,
Yet there is a lot going in the weather. Like here, it's raining all the time. We have mosquitoes. We never had mosquitoes before. I'm in the center of Mexico. So it's not like we're in the jungle or by the beach, so that's really weird. That's really weird. And like the four seasons in one day. That would be like the best way to describe it.
Okay, so what else we have that's happening? Okay, so spatial awareness is going to multiply. And what it feels like, I don't know if you guys have seen those triptych paintings or those triptych glass where you have one plane of glass here and then you have two on 45-degree angles. It's like 3 images, right? So you got one in the middle, one on the left, one on the right. I'm meditating out in the morning. I'm doing like spatial separation and then staring at myself while this version is looking down in the ground, I don't know, a quarter mile. Like I'm having like all these really slow, it's almost like a veil is being removed and it's happening in a very subtle, quiet way. And it's almost like they are pulling back the veil very almost like filament by filament. And my body is not going into a normal, like I said, most people, if they were walking around like me right now, your third eye's on. Every time you blink, you're staring through your third eye. It would be very, difficult at times. Okay. Especially, you're talking to someone, you see the gremlin sitting on, the lady's shoulder. No, I'm just kidding. You're like, would you like to come to the party? And then I'm like, so this is what it looks like in 3D. Oh my God. You should come. And then like your third eye is just catching the thing behind him going, come to the bar. You know what I mean? It's like someone, come to the house of Slytherin. I don't know what this is, but I am getting like grounded in my multi-dimensional awareness to a place where you're like, it's almost like they monitor your heartbeat. Like, can you really multiplex being awake 3 different realities at the same time? I'm sitting there in my pyramid in the morning. I'm like 3D check, 4D check, 5D check, 6D looking at him. I'm like, I like your flight outfit check. What I'm trying to say is, but it's not like I have to try. It's like all of these dimensions are getting closer and closer and closer together. But really, it's almost like all the timelines, like each timeline, imagine, is like a string or a piece of rope. All the timelines are being wound together. So it's like 15 different timelines are coming together to make a very strong rope. So if you're sitting in the center of this timeline experience we're all going through, right, from the top down, right, all of your aspects, when you make that weave inside of your core, right, and you're sitting in your own seat of power, it's kind of like Loki. I don't know if you guys saw that show, Loki, at the very end. Of like when they have the different time or whatever, and he's sitting there inside Idrisel, and there's all the timelines coming through his seat in his chair. Well, imagine that's you sitting in the backyard, minus the horns and all the weird Loki shit. Just you as a light being with golden cords coming through your body. You're sitting in this arena, or you're sitting in this space, and instead of having to reach for awareness or clearance, it's right here. It's almost like you're looking at an iPad. You're like, there's this reality, check. So I could say they can monitor your heart rate. Like, how do your higher selves check out if you can process that speed? They're going to check your heart rate. Is their heart rate still calm and peaceful? Are they in a state of bliss or calmness and peace? And I know this is happening because think how much all of the other frequencies of distortion have been turned up on this planet to distract you. Oh my God. I'm just trying to hang out and be a nice person. I'm checking the Telegram group for Rise of the Guardians. You know, we're making our new Telegram group, putting everyone together for our new event coming up in October. You should see the stuff coming through on Telegram. Oh my God. I'm like, bot. I don't even open Telegram unless I'm talking to you guys, right? So what I'm trying to say is out there, ladies and gents, awareness on full. There's a lot of weird distortion, and what it is it's like this whole plane of existence wants you guys to stare at this level or look down. Let's just say they want to keep your head down. So they'll do weird distortions, weird distractions, pain game, shame game, fear game. So you actually don't actually turn around and see where the information's coming from. You know what I mean? They want you to say, no, just stay looking through this little tunnel that we control. That's what all this distraction is about. As soon as you go, hold on a second, then none of this shit makes sense. Let me move this out of the way. And you start looking around and you start going, who's that? What is that? Why are those beings 30 yards out? What is there? You start calling things out. And like I say, for you guys out there, before your third eyes come on, that's fine. Use your energy to feel your environment. Feel, should you hang out with this person? Yes or no? Feel as you're getting invited to things, kind of really feel through that. You know what I mean? So I love you guys. We're just calling, me and Yssah are just calling stuff out as we see it. And I know that Yssah is a very gifted, not only empath, but she has that quantum computer cranking, right? And let's go into kind of what this dissertation's about. But what are some of the things you're noticing? Because the thing is that you're in Middle America. You're in Middle America. I'm in North America. We need someone out there in Chile, in Deep South America. And then we got the whole Americas covered. You know what I mean? Where are you, Chile? Chile? What are some of the things that you're noticing? Because we're really doing a temperature gauge on consciousness and awareness.
Yeah, well, what I have been experiencing, I live in some, okay. What I have been experiencing is that in relation to what you were saying, there are like different, as we are multidimensional beings, the different timelines that we are getting to, like we have always experienced in that way, like not the same timelines, but, like being simultaneously existing in infinite timelines. Now it's coming through the state of awareness. Like, for instance, going to a place, seeing something, then looking somewhere else, going and look back at that place that I looked and saw something there, and it's not there anymore. And it's nothing. It's not something that have legs to walk away. I'm talking about an object, and like that interpretation can go at so many levels. Like somebody took it. If you're alone, if if you don't perceive any energies, beings being playful with you, then that there is something else about it. And then mostly if it's continuous happening, at that same period of time, bam, 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 something is moved, something is not the same. The color of a house, as you're moving forward, the color is different to what you saw it yesterday. Like all these shifts in the timeline, letting me know that one thing is when timelines are shifting, and collectively speaking, because we have been doing this a lot. And another thing is when you are being shown and interacting with the different timelines that you are simultaneously coexisting in. And now with what purpose? To master the multidimensional body and that capability to be navigating through those timelines, as Rion was saying, it's actually because we are traveling through our DNA. He said, like he mentioned about the movie Loki, like we see that they are all intertwined, creating this like DNA strands, perhaps more strands. It's like this entanglement, and that is reflecting into our DNA. So if you are working a lot in your DNA, upgrading it, even though collectively there is a massive upgrade of DNA. However, if you want to get more involved into your DNA upgrade, then you will see that every time that you are activating or deactivating genes, it will be reflected in memories. You know, you will simultaneously be activating and deactivating memories in your brain, in your consciousness, and therefore you will be activating and deactivating timelines. So with all of this, that's one of the things that I have been manifesting. So it's a huge invitation to find, you know, within everything that we are experiencing and that is out of the frame, find a relation that would have to time travel, you know, or interdimensional travel. How is it related to your multidimensional body? A lot of things that I have been also experiencing is like coming back to the body, you know, like when you're sleeping and then you feel like, boom, you just hit the body, and then you feel like, oh, but bam, 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 you know, like in just a little frame of time, it's like, and you arrive to the body, and then you're doing something else, and then again, and it's like, you're muted. You're muted.
Listen, you be the scientist, I'll be the comedy relief. Okay, there's like a rule in my house. This is hilarious. When I'm walking through the house, especially at night, to use the potty, let's just say, I sound like a giant. You know what I mean? And I don't know why. And I literally had to remove all the paintings in the hallway because I'm like, fee, fi, fo, fum. Like I'm walking through the house, but it's like it's almost like Commander Rion is off on a starship doing like adulting. And I have like a lower level like giant in this suit, like suit must use restroom, go to bathroom, do not disturb, you know. It's hilarious because I wake up, I'm like, why is there a hole? I'm like, why is the whole right side? Everything's on the ground because he won't. There's no awareness of what you're breaking while you're walking through the hallway. Like things could be coming off the walls, and I'll just go right back to sleep. You know, and I wake up, I'm like, what has happened to my artwork? So, no, a lot of us actually have these. I don't know if you want to call it the old, you know, Anunnaki switch over. I don't know what it is. You know, with a lot of these fear things coming through too. Look, I got to be honest with a lot of people. Let's just be dead honest. How we're viewed and the things that we're going through together. Okay, let's do this. This fear mongering, I heard about the Anunnaki coming back and the weird reptilian races and all the lame shit. Yeah, I get it, dude. They're super duper lame. Okay, get it. Here's what I'm trying to say. There's a God spark in us, in each and every human being that monitors all multidimensional players in this game like little children, like younglings, like adolescent teenagers. Okay. What I'm getting to is like, I'm getting to a place where like, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what dimension you come from. And I don't even care really. I prefer light side, obviously. I really don't care what polarity you're coming from. Are you here to assist humanity in up-leveling? Are you here to actually bring something to the table to support the planet? Are you here to actually stand up, be sovereign, and come from a place of peace and prosperity? And are you stronger than the programming, the genes, and the experiences you've experienced in this space or brought here? You know? Did you come on a crashed spacecraft that lasted, you know, crashed 15,000 years ago? Did you come when the actual, you know, inhabitants of some of the planets that blew up in our system got here about 200 plus thousand years ago? I don't really care anymore. What I care about is, do you see the lesson plan that all the other adults from the center of the Milky Way galaxy and all galaxies herald from? Are you actually a part of about evolution and ascending? Yes or no? And it's weird, this energy I'm carrying, it's almost like the complete non-judgment. It's like, listen, everyone has a choice to be who you want to be, correct? Everyone has a choice every single day to become the best version of themselves. Everyone has a chance to let go of the fear and get into love. And listen, this is coming from a guy that has to arrest jackasses all the time. What I'm telling you is what I'm feeling right now in this multidimensional reality. Your guys' higher selves, or maybe those higher angelics, or maybe your core, your highest lights, your highest, most evolved versions are coming down these dimensional planes almost like lightning, and they're touching the top of your head, and they're going, we are here. And they're using us and all of your higher selves to view this very dense space. So I understand there's a lot of weirdness on this planet, but I am here to tell you something. The beings that are here to assist you, they only want to help. And I'm not talking about the lower dimensional night side beings that there's stories about on this planet. It's almost like I'm starting to interact with like the elder species that actually made an Anunnaki, that actually made, let's just say a dragon. Let's just, these elder species are here also watching their lower selves, which we would call our higher selves, interact.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to get everyone back into like, what's the most important thing? Get in your center, stay in your heart, be balanced, be good people, let go of as much fear as humanly possible, because like it or not, your body, your spirit, right? Mind, body, and spirit is about to be upgraded. And I can't tell you what that feels like. And I can't explain to you how many things you have to go through to get there. What I'm trying to tell you is that the planet is evolving and we're riding on the surface. Okay? You're not going to argue with a celestial object, our sun, or the planet or plane that we are existing on. If that planet, if that sun, if that energy wants to go, hey, it's time to shake it up and move, guess what? We're going to shake it up and move. We're just riding this beautiful planet. So I just want to give someone a little like deeper thing, because a lot of people get caught up in these stories. And, we've all gone through this stuff, guys, ladies and gents. What I'm getting to, though, is there's beings coming through and there's aspects of your oversoul that are interacting with you. And for some of you are interacting a lot more than you think. I mean, a lot of people I've noticed in the past 6 months, they say channelers, for example. They always channel maybe the same two beings. And sometimes they're on their night side, let's just say. Some beings don't even know that they're channeling one of their night side aspects. All of a sudden, they can't get them on a microphone. They can't channel them. What's going on? Things are being unplugged behind the scenes, and we're not aware of it in the physical. What's going to be left for us? Man, that timeline split, and I know we're going to talk about this. This goes right into the Stargates, and this goes right into the plasma field and the plasma tunnels. These higher frequency energy beings, let's just be honest, we really are the ETs walking around, which is the most hilarious thing ever. I got I'm in an Anunnaki Toyota with a Palladian transmission with a Syrian brake system. You know what I mean? I got a Lyran fuel injection turbo, and we got all these different ET species that make up these suits. No one's talking about it. All my friends in this comments, you guys all know we're hybrids. If you're in here and you're awake right now and you're in this room or you watch this video, let me give you a little tip. You're one of us, because there's 8 billion people on this planet. Look how few of us are actually awake and aware enough to even have these conversations in a very like cool, calm, and collective way. Not like, oh my God, it's happening to me. But like, yeah, I've been sitting with that for 15 years. Like, have you ever had a conversation with that guy? What I'm getting to, we each have these personality traits that reflect one of our higher selves, right? But with you guys out there, I want you to know that we've won this, because I know right now, first and foremost, I can see this timeline playing out with the financial abundance coming in. All of your guys' visions and dreams of the temples of light, us all hanging out together, us being with one another and in the same group, kind of like what we decided upon when we got here and what our soul agreement was when we incarnated. Those types of things are about to come manifest. So just as a little tip from your brother, hey, you got to let go of the past. You got to forgive everybody, and you got to get ready to launch. And I know that sucks. You could have had a really lame parents in the past. You could have had some really negative experiences, boyfriends, girlfriends, just bad stuff. You could have gone to war, all this stuff. What I'm trying to tell you, in your best interest, forgive yourself, forgive those that have trespassed against you, right? And truly realize that this Ascension game is everyone's individual journey. Whatever perspective or whatever lens you want to view from is up to you. You want to view from a 5D lens? Guess what? The vessel's still going to be in the physical, but I'm not going to be going through the chaos of all the different distortions happening in the physical. My mind and my spirit are 2 floors up. My body's here, but I'm not letting the anxiety and the weirdness affect my soul. So what I'm trying to I'd say, there's a way to do it. It's all I'm trying to say for you guys. And I'm just trying to give a little tip. I feel like Wilson, right? I'm reaching over the I'm like, home improvement. I'm just telling you. I'm like, guys, it's not what they're telling you. They're full of bullshit. They want you distracted and in fear so you can lower your frequency to join them in the abyss of lameness. And I didn't incarnate to hang out with beings that haven't graduated in 3 cycles. Real talk. There are beings down here that haven't graduated in 3 cycles. Every cycle is what, 21,000 years? Do not be, there's something about that. Like, just like in your heart, just know that these beings that are here have the opportunity to reflect off of us, learn from us, learn what compassion and innocence and peace is, learn what light is and how to become that light, right? Not only for yourself, but for others. That is what they're learning from us. We did not learn that here, right? Many of us were balls of divine light, divinity, souls that came into this planet, and we're here to light this place up. I'm not here to be like the mass population, right? Nor are you guys out there. So I'm just be real. These are little limerick. These are little just, one-liners, you know what I mean, for you guys, but that's the truth. They reflect that's how you do it. I'm like, yeah, dude, don't do it like this, do it like that. You don't have to use malice. You can get the same effect using honey to catch a bee instead of using malice, for example. But I'm getting to, each and every one of you have these precious lessons inside of yourself. So I just wanted to share that. Now, Yssah, let's talk about some plasma. We just go right off topic. Look, you guys got to come to the conference. Let's talk about this for a second. Yssah, Sean, and myself and Tone will be at the Full Disclosure Now conference in July 15th through the 18th at the Serrata Beach Club. If you guys want links to that, it's in my description on my channel, and Yssah has it on her channel.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to be teaching awesome stuff. Yssah, you always blow everyone's mind. I just recommend, if you come to watch Yssah, please come sober, because she goes so fast. Like, don't come a little like a little tipsy, like you're not going to get it. She's like, and the multidimensional, and there's like images flashing. Like, don't, like, bring your A game if you're going to sit in the audience with Yssah. It's not a joke. Okay. Don't come half-ass. Okay. Yeah. Sean is just like a magical wizard. You know what I mean? We all love him. He's just, we got to get that guy grounded so he can, he's speaking like 5 different dimensions at all times. And then Tone Millard, my brother, and I will be doing energetic and spiritual defense. And then at the Day of Being, which is our party we're going to be at after the conference, right? Mr. Fisher, Zachary's, it's free, by the way, you guys. It's on the beach on the July, I believe, 19th and 20th. If some of you guys see me out there, jogging on the beach, I'm going to be out there. And I just had a vision of like 12 or 15 of you guys, if you're coming, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, let me teach you something. I'm also out there, like, let me show you guys some more advanced stuff. But I don't want to be in the suit. I want to be out on the beach, out in nature, standing in the water. I'm like, let me teach you how to clear. You know what I mean? So there's some things that I feel and I see the future of what all of us getting together. And I just want to feel like we each have a different, skill set to share. And that's all I like to say. Sorry. That was my little 101 rant. Okay. So, Yssah, let's talk about Stargates. I'll go into my dissertation after you explain your interpretation of Stargates, which are all over the planet, by the way, natural and unnatural, and as well as the plasma tubes or the plasma tunnels, which I believe is the enclosed structure of energies that can move to and from the planet through without getting involved in the Van Allen belt. I think those are the actual divine gateways that access this physical plane, and divine beings can access this planet through those plasma fields. Like, I'm getting a different interpretation of how they use those tunnels.
Yeah,
And I'm
of
saying,
course.
yeah, a 7D angelic can come right down that plasma field, right
Yeah,
into Earth,
of
and,
course.
and do their thing. But here's the thing: the beings that are kind of contained here can't exit through the plasma field. You know what I mean? They're gate protected gateways. Okay. Pressure.
Exactly. Well, yeah, thank you, Rion, for everything that you said. Like, and yes, come to the Full Disclosure Now conference. If you really want to have a good time, expand your consciousness, and reunite with your tribe, this is a very good opportunity, and we will be moving a lot of energy from a unified consciousness or a unity consciousness. So having said this, an amazing presenters, as Rion has said, and many more. So yeah, hope you come and join us. So having said this, in relation to what Rion was mentioning about the importance of staying in the heart and how it is connected to the plasma tunnels, and the stargates, because first of all, I want to break it down what plasma is, because I know that is a word that is, I'm quite sure that you're listening to it everywhere, movies, soap operas, I don't know, like articles, YouTube, everywhere, and the thing is that most people relate the plasma only or to the blood, the plasma that is in our blood, or even to the fourth state of matter, like the plasma coming from the sun, the plasma coming like that constructs the stars and so forth, like this fiery electric plasma. Okay, but what about the a more evolved state of plasma, which is translated in the fundamental particle in the universe, which is the Planck unit. Okay, so I'm not going to get technical into the quantum physics, but just that you know that there is a scale of plasma that is like the ultimate state, that we normally call it ether. And if you want to know what the scientific name for that is Planck plasma. And that is what connects us all. So the whole universe, like the 99.999999999% is made of plasma. And the 0.000000001 is pooled plasma. So ether or Planck plasma is what is constructing, what unifies the field. So in this case, when we're talking about, like having nowadays, like all this emotional outbursts, like the very same stars or the supernovas, what happens is that we at a very like emotional level, going through the emotional body, the more that you stay in fear, the more decoherent that your field is. The more you're coming from the space of love, the more coherent your field is. Plasma equals coherence. So one way or another, the more that you connect with a higher version of yourself, a more evolved version of yourself, you're moving forward or towards the plasma embodiment. So if you're coming from a field of coherence, like not being distracted by the illusion, because through frequency, that illusion, like we could say 440 hertz, it's just one example. In the brain is installed an illusory perception of reality. And now if you take a whole collective boosting and reboosting through that frequency and illusion, then you get a whole architecture of a universe that is an illusion. However, the more that we connect with the primordial frequencies, like 432 hertz, and even the 5,201 hertz, and the theta waves and gamma waves, and all those waves, we are restoring our perception to what it is. And this is also like the earth and the cosmos is already doing their thing, like they're upgrading anyway, because they have also a timeline to accomplish when it comes to all the cosmic interaction in between celestial planets, and whether if we are going through the photonic belt of Alcyon or the hot bubble that is related to the plasma tunnels. So if we are not upgrading our cosmic clock, which is the Tesla tech, like some clocks that he designed, and I'm quite sure that Rion is using some of that tech in the devices that he creates, in those amazing devices. So the more that we align our frequency to that cosmic clock, then what we are doing is removing all those interferences and enabling, through that third eye, the perception of what it is, of the truth. So it could be simpler than what we're being told, because they tell the information through the emotional body. So then that causes distress and anxiety, and all those things are related to fear. However, the more that we connect with that information from the 0-point field, which is what Rion was saying, I don't care if you're from light or, or from darkness, preferably, like what I resonate with, yet, it's coming from a 0-point field, that coherent field, which is that neutrality. Then you're harnessing that Planck plasma field, because you're the wholeness. Just to break it down in a few seconds, 0-point energy is you bringing the positive and the negative, bringing all those forces. And then as you are bringing those forces together from within your inner black holes, again, there are different scales of black holes. When I say the black holes within the body, I'm not saying, like this macro black hole that, like would be sucking yourself like this. No, I'm talking about, like black bodies, micro black holes, that are the fundamentals of the quantum. So you bring all these forces together, the positive and the negative, to dance. You bring them to dance through your inner circuitry, like from the one that you're receiving from the field that you see, and the one that you are not aware of, but that exists, like that multi-dimensional field. And you bring, like the positive and the negative, and then, well, they are in that dance that whether I want to dance with you or not, they will end up sucking up each other, and then expanding that 0-point energy. You can do that energetically, no thoughts, just shaping your field and building up. Like you exercise, your muscles, you can also exercise your 0-point.
Let's go right into it, baby. Okay, let's do sun charging in the morning. Okay, this is what I've been doing, and this seems to help. You can also do this in the steam room, but I prefer every single day. I don't know what's going on. I'm up at 6:30. I'm sitting in my pyramid as the sun rises, and it hits me as like the sun comes up. And I probably look like some sort of like, if you were like in an Airbnb next to my house, you'd be like, is that a mythical creature? There's a dude in the robe as like just sitting in a pyramid, like as the light is like coming up, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yes, I'm awake, sir. So what I'm getting is this. Everyone out there, try this if you want to feel energy. Okay, so as you're talking, I'm getting like the visuals. Okay, so when you're sitting there sun charging in the morning and you're looking up at the sun, you can have your eyes closed if you want. Just so you guys know, when you're pulling in light from the sun, it's the whites of your eyes that actually absorb the prana. It's not your pupils, okay? It's the whites of your eyes. It's why your eyes kind of roll up. I'm not going to do it. I have sunglasses on. And then Facebook or whatever. They make the I don't know. There's some ass jackass at Facebook. I swear to God. I'll be like freaking stone cold for like the whole time. And they'll pick the one picture. It's like, like you know, there's some asshole over there. I'm going to find you, little shit. There's some guy like, he looks like, he's like, you know, he's like Keanu Reeves and Johnny Depp in one character, but they find the one image where it's like, and they put that up as your damn thing. Anyways,
I know.
No, listen, I'm on fire. I can't. I feel like I'm Rodney Dangerfield. All right. Anyways, what I'm getting to, when you're sitting there and you're meditating and you're sun charging in the morning, try this. As you look up at the sun, close your eyes, and what you want to do is kind of breathe in. And as you're breathing in, I just imagine like, I don't know, just golden energy, right? And I do this like sound effect thing where it sounds like wind. So it sounds like this. And then it almost as the wind is blowing, right? It's like the sound. In, out. So as you're doing this, imagine you're breathing in just straight like golden prana. And the crazy thing is, as your whole light body fills, as you're sitting in the sun, right? In the morning, sun charging. It could be at sunset or sunrise. But I want you to understand, I want you to imagine there's so much light coming out of your body that when you exhale out your nose, it's almost like you're visualizing like dragon breath or like the light of the sun is like you just got every time, and then all of a sudden it's like I can't stop it. It's just light shooting out of your body, right? You know, so I don't know, you know, I feel like the end of Lawnmower Man. No, I'm just getting there and I'm like, and then another thing too you guys can do is you can start pulling magnetism from the ground. Obviously, it helps if your shoes are off, but
yeah.
Imagine you're a big dude or a big lady out there. You're sitting in your chair. Imagine your feet go down. Like imagine you close your eyes. Imagine the size of your body. Now just imagine if you're 15, 20 feet tall and your feet go down into the ground 4 or 5 feet. You're wiggling your toes 4 or 5 feet, 6 feet underneath you as you're sitting. And you're sitting and your higher self or your shoulders are about 6, 7 feet above your head. And you're kind of sitting in the center like Voltron, you know, like, and I'll form the head. You know what I mean? Like it's form Voltron, bro. This is how you do the Voltron charge. So I'm sitting there and I get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I just picture myself sitting in that pyramid and I'm like this big. Like imagine I'm the oversoul. Here's me. And I'm sitting just like this little dude. Here. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Tag list. See this guy? This is a gift from Yssah and Sean Bond. I love you. It's my little, don't mess with that guy. But I'm trying to say, imagine you visualize yourself, you're this big, and your oversoul is just sitting behind you, and you guys can do any angelic regalia you want, any starseed species, but I like a big angelic. Wings, you know, when I rock my shoulder blade, my wings kind of pop out. Like I do the whole visual, and I'm just sitting there as this little dude, this big. This is me in the physical. Here's my energy body. And I just sit there breathing in fire from the sun and exhaling light out of my nose. So if you guys want to practice some more powerful things, try that. You know what I mean? It's like we're walking suns, right? S-U-N-S, walking the earth. So start practicing that part of yourself. I don't know why down here on this planet, they teach us like ego, rego, schmod, rego, and like, oh my God, the purse and the shoes, and he's got a Miata. I don't know what this is. We always make jokes about the Miata. What I'm trying to say is that you're not even like really stepping into like who or what you really are. It's like you think this is all reality is, and everything you've ever learned that they taught you on this place is this big. And all your data and everything, hi, this is me, and this is who I am. And I have a 401k. Like, I don't know whatever this shit is. This is what they programmed us with. It's this size, okay? This is an example for all you guys out there just waking up. What I'm getting to, eventually you put this thing down, you go, and you punch into the Akashic or you punch into the internet and the whole universe becomes your classroom. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And everyone has that in their own way. Yeah. And you know what? The breath is God. Thank you, Tony. Listen, I love you. I'm just trying to say there's things that I'm mystic as fuck. It's true. In the wintertime, you guys might catch me out in the backyard in like a furry robe, and I have like Yoda ears when it's snowing. So it's sunglasses, Yoda ears. I have my own custom white Yoda hat that I had made, by the way. And I'm just sitting out there, just like exhaling and inhaling from nature. You
And
guys,
about music.
yeah,
Ooh. You know, like a huge spaceship there.
Tron up in here. Like I don't know what to tell you. It's not, it's Tron up in my house. It's 80s and Tron all day. So, all right, beautiful. We talked about that. I hope that techniques helps you guys. We're gonna do more videos and more content to come. To come. I will be doing a morning coffee, probably Friday, probably Saturday, guys. Give me a day of rest. Yssah, I know you have your channel, which is Bang. Unified Consciousness, and you guys, we're also live and sharing everything here. If you guys do want to check out the new events that we have coming up, I'm getting pinged very hard. It's on my light side, it's on my good side. They're probably like, wrap it up before you tell them all the secrets of the universe. I'm like teaching you guys like the angelic, like occultism school, or like you have to be a Zoroastrian in the 12th century to learn that I don't know. That's what, like, I'm already blowing the camera up. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I can't even move. I can't even move in this thing, Yssah. I'm just pretending. Okay, sorry,
I will design something more spacious. You know? Yeah. Yeah. I will get it for you and for Florida.
We just froze it. Okay. Yssah?
Yeah. I'm here.
I'm gonna blow. Hey, JP. Wait, can I show?
Oh, there's JP.
The whole thing just froze when I started moving my energy. I am sorry. There's JP. My brother, we love you, Jay. We love JP. Hey, listen. So, hey, you guys think it's a joke? It's not. I have to get the Apple insurance. I've blown this computer up 3 times. They're like, again?
Right.
And I'm like, hey, I got the Apple Pro Care.
Haven't you experiencing that even more lately? You know, like even glitches coming from the screen, like photos, like picture of myself replicating, a lot of glitches. I have in this week made not work out anymore. I have broken 2 computers in this week.
Yeah, I know that, especially if you're upset and you start typing on like a laptop, don't do it. Okay, so for Katie, love you, Katie. Yssah, Sean, Tony, Millard, Tone, and myself will be at the Full Disclosure Now conference in Tampa. Is the airport you fly into, but it's the link is in the description. Full Disclosure Now conference, and there's a coupon code in there for Rion, and I'm sure Yssah has hers in there as well. Come and hang out July 15th through the 18th, and then there's the day of being on the 19th and 20th. What else? I love you guys. Yssah, was there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, we didn't even go to the plasma tunnels and the Stargates.
Listen, they're already saying shut it down. Listen, you guys, this isn't like a joke. They're like, you guys you're gonna break the internet with this. I don't know. This is not, Oh no, I would have wanted to say this too. Check out teamlight.com or teamlightstore.com. The digital download is available of Yssah and Sean Bond from The Rise of the Guardians. That's available if you would like to know more about Yssah and do a digital download. And if you guys are interested in October 17th through the 19th, we are in talks with Yssah and Sean now. We maybe have some opportunities coming forth in October at the Bridge Expo in Dallas, Texas. And that's
Yeah, okay. So I think
hey, listen.
Yeah, okay. Very interesting. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, a lot of energy was coming through, you guys. There is a lot to talk about at some moment of the about the plasma tunnels, but at some moment, because it's a huge topic covering a lot of things, and related to many discoveries that will be done soon enough. So, yeah, it's such a Anyway,
Hey, you guys, we're gonna do another video on Stargates, and then we're gonna talk. How does that sound, Yssah?
yeah,
Another video on Stargates, and we'll go right
I
into
love
it.
yes.
I'm gonna lose. I love you guys. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose it. I love you guys. All right. Peace and prosperity to all of you. The financial updates and everything will come on Friday and Saturday for you guys. Yssah, thank you so much for coming on Team.
Thank you, Rion. Thank you. My pleasure.
I'm doing
Thank you all. Thank you for your comments. Okay. Yeah, well, it's still recording, and it's on Rion's, and that it's to be ended the stream. So yeah, we will be doing a part 2. As you can see, there is a lot that we will be coming through. Okay, there he is.
Hey. Well, hey, we're gonna keep this party going. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. Now we're on Yssah Live. This is getting crazy. Mine's down, yours is up. I'm like, you're talking. I'm like, I ended the stream. Okay, listen. I don't know what to explain. Listen, we want to hang out with you. I don't know what to tell you. You guys need to come hang out in Tampa, Florida. Come hang out in Dallas, Texas. Come hang out with us. We're doing another big event next year in Sedona. I don't know. But we're going to be doing more videos.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just, we're going
to get so much more to come. So much more to come. I'm so excited about it. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, we're really creating some high level 441. Interesting. Very high level electricity. So I guess I will finish it from my end, because Rion said something about it, but I cannot end the stream. So that's very interesting. Yeah.